one, come all to the Today in Millenia podcast, the most important show on the planet. I'm, of course, your host, Nicholas Pierre, and I am joined across and to my left by our very special and very own, here to join us, only here to join us. He's taking care of some personal matters and thankfully showed up. Miss Maheen Sabani, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Yay, I'm back. I'm so excited. I honestly, week after week, I can't believe how much time goes by. We have to start doing this more often.
Yeah, we should. There's a reason we can now, too. We
Yeah.
won't get into it on the podcast, it's not important, but we can do some more shows now. We can do some more shows now. And I'm going to sit all the way back here to tell you, and we had a good fight this weekend. Shout out to Conor McGregor. Looks like he is back, but I'll tell you who he doesn't want to fight. Hailing all the way from Honduras via Brentwood, New York, the one and only Hammerfist, Alexio Rivera. Welcome, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for giving me a shout out.
Sorry if that was he won. I'm sorry. I can see it from here. That it's probably a.
It always impresses me his intros.
Yeah?
Right? Yeah.
You impressed?
Right off the top of the dome, doesn't write it down. Just,
None of this.
Just let it rip.
welcome all.
Flag.
Who thinks of that?
Come on.
Come on, yeah. Can't even repeat it.
I appreciate it. I would like to say I work hard on the intros, but I don't work on them. But I do put a lot of pressure from the time I hit that red button. I'm in pressure mode. I put the pressure on. The intro's got to be good. Sometimes I waver with Maheen because I'm so focused on you. I'm already thinking, because yours has to be in depth. And
That makes me feel great.
Nobody wants to hear the same thing. I gave Maheen a super long one that a lot of people were thought it was too long. So I cut it down. No, I made up a bunch of them.
I don't get that.
Pakistani princess. One week I said I wished you were an Iranian princess. It would work better for the show. That was one of your intros. The voice of reason. I usually give you one. I come up with one. I did too many, I think, the first time. So I tried to scale it back.
You did give her a lot that you guys are getting married.
Yeah, I know. Somebody said that, so
They're
cut
not.
it back. Sorry, Maheen.
It's a different way.
Sorry, Maheen. Nobody
different
can handle a little bit of friendship around here. Everything's got to turn sexual and disgusting, and people are gross. Sorry, Maheen. Now your intros suck. Now your intros suck because everyone's gross.
Oh, I love my intros. Nick is still the only person on my phone that's still saved as Nick, my favorite.
Bam. Boom. And I think I might be the last one ever. I think that my favorite thing stopped. I don't think anybody's getting added anymore.
To care, actually,
These
that
kids
much
are just
anymore.
all getting fucking, they're just numbers now. But we have a very special show for you. I'm excited to be back. Not too much going on this week, I wouldn't say. We had a shit ton last week.
Yeah,
2 weeks
I think
ago.
this is just a drawn out from last week. It's just
Did you put it on there, or can I just intro with it? Aaron Hernandez.
I didn't put it on here, but we can definitely start
Perfect.
with
So
that, yeah.
if you're a listener, I advise you, with all of my advisement, to go and watch.
With all of my advice.
With all of my advisement,
powers.
any bit that I have,
Professional
I am
advisement.
advising you to go out and watch the Aaron Hernandez documentary. It is amazing. I mean, dude, he was gay. He was not really a gangster, is what they tried to tell you. When it first happened, they tried to tell you, he's just a cold-blooded gangster. Really wasn't. He's from Bristol, Connecticut, bro. Not really a gangster area. But he, got himself mixed up with just, the wrong kinds of people. His aunt was mixed up with some of the wrong kinds of people. And it's a fucking insane documentary. Dude, this guy murked 2 people from the passenger seat of a Pathfinder and then played an entire Super Bowl winning season. Super Bowl, they lost in the Super Bowl. But the whole campaign to the Super Bowl, played the entire season. When a week before he got offered $40 million extra, he left the nightclub because somebody supposedly poured a drink or something and shot these 2 guys.
Because they poured a drink on him? I know nothing about this story.
That's what he said. His friend who was with him was a stone cold gangster. And eventually ended up telling a story that fucking Hernandez shot him. And then they were like, who shot you? And this guy was like, I'm not telling you nothing. I'll go get him myself.
Right.
And then there was a lot of, then all the stories started to tie together. The time that this guy said, I was going to kill him, and I called him, and you should have heard his, so basically, imagine you think somebody's dead, you shoot him in the face, leave him there to die, and then you get a phone call, say yo, what the fuck, bro? And then Aaron Hernandez was like, who is this? So who the fuck you think it is? And he said, Aaron Hernandez hung up the phone. And then asked for a hideaway apartment. He asked Mr. Kraft, does he know anybody who could protect me and shit? He started having those 2 guys around him to protect him, and those were the 2 guys that were with him when he killed the other guy. So it's this whole crazy shit. He got himself involved in all this stuff. I think he wanted to be a tough guy, had a lot to do. From my psychological opinion, which means next to nothing, I think like a lot of the gay stuff, like the fact that he couldn't come out and he was in such a masculine world. I mean, there was one guy who played on the Patriots with him, was gay. Neither of them ever knew each other was gay. And this guy refused his plan in life. This is so sad. He said, when I retired from football, I just wanted to play. He's like, I got to play 350 pounds. Though. You 370 pounds, you should lose some weight. He's like, nah, I don't care. He's like, my plan was just play and then die. Or play and then kill myself. One of those two things. So if my playing career ended, because they call it wearing a beard in the gay community. So like your girlfriend would be like your beard. So he said like football was always my beard. And so he figured if football ran out, his parents were never going to have it. So his church was never. This is how fearful these people get. Like. And he's like, so I just figured I'll play football, and once I retire, I'll play myself. That's it.
Oh my god.
So sad.
So sad. And then he goes to tell his parents, and his mom gives him a big hug and says, I thought you were dying.
Oh.
Glad you're not dying. And that's what I think happens a lot of times. I remember when my cousin came out, my aunt was like so upset at like one party. She got like too drunk and started crying and stuff to us. And we're like, Aunt Vic, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
We all knew he was gay. Like, look at him, dude. Like, we all fucking knew, bro. Look how good his hair always looks and shit.
We all got a cousin. We all got a cousin or
for sure.
an uncle.
A mutual friend of ours, all of ours that I dated, the first one, she had a cousin that she had called out or just asked if he was gay, and that kid ostracized her and like for forever. Wouldn't even talk to her. Wouldn't
Is he
even
gay?
speak to her. Fucking gay as shit. Every time I met him, I'm like, yeah, that's the gay one. Like she had told me the story, and I met her family, and immediately I go, that's the one. She goes, yeah. I'm like, well, it makes sense if you ask somebody.
Yeah.
She didn't even ask him in a weird way. She was like, I had experimented with girls. Like, do you know what you like? Like, boys, girls. Like, he got so upset, ran away. And not that he was upset at Kelly. He was upset. Fuck, now I just blew your name. Sorry. Not that he was upset at her, though, but he was upset that, like, if this rumor spreads, I'm fucked. So, so the highly Catholic thing. But whatever. So, check out the Aaron Hernandez documentary. There's another going on there, Don't Fuck With Cats. I think we talked about it last week, so go check.
We just talked about it.
Check out Don't Fuck With Cats, too. It's about a guy who murders cats on the internet to get famous, and these people, these internet nerds, they just get after him, and they eventually get him, and it's amazing what the hell happens. So, just watch that. Don't fuck with cats.
Netflix is really trying to compete with these different streaming.
Dude, I have this fucking
so
theory
on top of it.
that Netflix loses money left and right.
How?
Bro, did you see the
Because they
trailer
pay
for
people like
Mark
$20 million to make these movies, and they only charge $10 a month. I mean, there's only 3 million people in the U.S. Right? How many people in the U.S.? 300 million. 300 million times $10. You're talking about like
but Netflix
$3 billion a year. They're paying out $3 billion a year in just fucking salaries. It's like
Netflix is worldwide.
So but what I'm saying is like with a business plan model like that, even I counted every human in America. I don't pay for it. Not a lot of us do. So like if I'm saying like, isn't their salary kind of capped? Like, because they don't make the movie and then make the money off the blockbuster. They just kind of make their salary almost every year. And then
they have a budget. They have
you
a
go
budget.
work there.
No,
you
look,
figure it out.
they have a budget. They're paying, they'll pay Eddie Murphy a fuck ton of money for, his.
Now, what is their idea though?
Thing.
Like, all right, so if I'm making a movie, I pay Eddie Murphy because I think more people will pay for the movie, and that gives me more money. So that is why I paid Eddie more.
To keep their subscribers and get new ones.
So they think that Eddie will lead to new subscribers, is what you're trying to say.
Subscribers.
And are new subscribers
and
really worth that
retain
much?
your subscribers.
Yeah. There should always be like a hype show. Like we've realized with
But there's a
Game
lot
of
of these
Thrones
hype shows
that ended, who really cares about HBO anymore? I don't even know it's on HBO.
Actually, HBO, who really cares about HBO?
So
I watched The
Netflix.
Righteous Gemstones. That shit is hilarious. Danny McBride, they play like a Joel Osteen family. Like they own the church. They're like a scamming Christian family.
So funny.
Oh, it's John Goodman, Danny McBride from Eastbound and Down. The guy from Workaholics is in it. And then this funny lady who's in a lot of HBO shows.
I saw this trailer for this new Mark Wahlberg movie that's going to be
On Netflix? What's it about?
In March. He's a police officer who's framed by the government and the cartel, and then he's trying to take him down. And it looks fucking great.
I love
I
it.
can't wait.
I want to check it out. I love Wahlberg. I love how Netflix, like, it just comes out. Like The Irishman, it was just like, oh, it's out. I don't have to get up, go to a theater, which I refuse to do. I just hate the movies. Like, I don't want to see my movies with
I'd
you.
rather watch it at home.
Sometimes I pretend I'm in it and shit. I don't need you around.
I think Joe Rogan was talking to someone about what if the movie theater did a thing where if you wanted to play a movie in your house instead, you'd pay whatever you would pay at,
the
at the
IMAX.
movie theater.
Yeah.
You would pay whatever you would pay at the movie theater, but at your house, right? So
And unlock the movie. Yeah.
$40, $50, or whatever it is, because you're going with other people. They just say whatever it would
So they
cost.
charge like a
for 4
pay-per-view
people.
Right.
buy,
Like pay-per-view,
basically,
exactly.
to buy it the day it comes out though.
The day, and you have
And then
it,
when it
you
runs,
get to keep
it runs
for, I don't know, whatever.
2 days or
2
something.
days or whatever
So
it
they used
is.
to do on pay-per-view.
You could fucking watch it with your friends.
It's not a bad
and
idea, and that's a
That's
way
so
for them to
smart.
get back into space, you know, back
The
Yeah.
people
because
who
you
are
don't want
gonna
to see
go
theaters
to
die.
the people who are gonna go to the movie theaters are gonna go to the movie theaters no matter what.
Yeah, they're theater people. Yeah,
But
they
then
like
I
that
get
shit.
to be at home watching. I feel like I would watch more movies.
And you don't have to wait 10
I
years.
fucking hate going to the movie.
I hate it too.
Just the act of going to a place. I appreciate it every once in a while. Like I saw Joker in theaters and I loved that
I
because
loved it.
one, there was like 8 people in the theater in total.
I heard that's like a true quality movie. Though.
Yeah.
Real
That was
quality
worth
movie.
it.
You really got. You haven't seen it?
No. I'm going to see it though.
Oh my god, it's
As soon
so
as it
good.
becomes available on something for free, I'm going to see it.
You do some edible.
Yeah.
Bro, I could talk about a lot of good movies. 'Cause I seen the movie Us the other day, that was the same one as Get Out, same maker. Oh, it was
Oh.
fucking creepy. But anyways, I wanted to add an opinion now that I notice we're running pretty long. We have to talk about this. So, in my opinion, first segment, say it, Alexia.
In my opinion, the
Bum,
first
bum,
segment.
bum. I'm gonna give this one the bail reform. We gotta talk about the bail
Oh,
reform.
yeah.
Have you guys been hearing about this? Do you know anything? So basically, they put a law in place. I'm pretty sure it's right here in New York.
It is New York.
Yeah, it's New York. Put a law in place. It's a bail reform based on a person's income. I believe it is now. Based on a person's income, they could fall under a certain income, which most people who commit violent crimes are in a low income bracket. They can actually qualify for no bail, regardless. We're talking on this list: second degree murder, first degree manslaughter, aggravated assault, armed robbery,
Yeah.
aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. All these things are on there. Everything but
Yeah,
first degree murder is on this list, and you can have your bail reformed based on your income. And this has happened 3 times. Just stories I've read. 3 separate stories of a guy getting out and then returning the same day.
Did you hear it from an upstate story? Because
I heard
happened to
an upstate and a city
friend
story.
of mine, literally a friend I went to high school with, grew up with, like
This is insane news. I can't
she's
believe I haven't heard
scared
it.
No,
because
I
of this happening.
It's terrifying. It's such a liberal idea too. It's like it's so socialist.
That's why those.
That's why the
it's gonna be
liberals get
such a
hated so
long
much because
time,
even
yeah.
their own people turn on them because they're like, wait, you're willing to put us all in danger over your offensive? What are you? What?
Right, like on paper, maybe it sounded good.
That's
but
what it
it's
was.
Not
It was like,
working.
hey, we could get the kiddies to love us. It's you kids. It's
And
us.
the
It's
bail-
our fault because we get all fired up on like helping the poor and helping social this,
Breaking
social
the
that.
system.
That-
Yeah,
Sometimes-
until it ends up dangerous. You
All I
know?
say though, that whole system needs to be reformed because bail does give the upper hand to someone who makes more money because
It does.
I go, let's say, Jimmy who makes, $100,000 a year and, Tommy who makes $30,000 a year, they go to jail for the same offense, they rob some fucking shit at a store or whatever. The other guy could make bail no problem and this guy's stuck in jail, right? And it's just based off of their income too.
Yeah.
So right now the person who makes more could just get out. And I guess in this scenario, both of them can now just get out.
Yeah.
Everyone can just get out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're talking about like where bail was set so
it's
high.
so dumb for something like that.
Yeah, but we're talking about a situation where bail is set so high that even at a high income, only a rich person could get out.
But
That
you
was the
only
point. Like
supposed-
if you commit second degree murder, your
Yeah,
bail's
yeah.
gonna be like $700,000.
Yeah.
Do you
But
have it?
only
If you don't, you
pay
stay.
10%.
You only pay 10%. That's the thing. This is just bail. So it's just to come back.
Yeah.
So now they're releasing you. They always do it to me because I'm
So
white,
nuts.
and that is a very true thing. Like when I was a kid. For anybody who's not my friend that listens, which I don't think we have any of those people, but if we do have some of you coming on here, I got in a lot of trouble as a kid, and they used to. I remember being in the city one time, and everybody's telling me about everybody in the city. You get arrested in Manhattan or in Brooklyn, they all jump the turnstile. I'm like, it can be 15 of you jump in the turnstile. Give me a
I did
fucking
that.
break. And that's what you would do that. You should have seen these hardened criminals telling me they jumped the turnstile.
I
Yeah,
did
they
that 'cause
picked
I
you up
put
on
my
a Sunday
fucking
morning
head.
because you jumped the turnstile last week. Give me a fucking break, dude. But they were all telling me that, and I'm like, listen. And I remember I ran that jail cell. They weren't feeding us, so I started.
ran that jail
I did, dude.
15-year-old Nick
Well,
here.
I was
running the jail.
I was 18 in college, and I was in first year of college, and they wouldn't feed us. I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, yeah, that's how they do it out here in the city where you're from, like Long Island. Like in Long Island, they fucking feed us. I start screaming. I'm like, you gotta feed us. I'll tell this fucking public defender when he comes. You guys will fucking never be working here. I always throw like random threats. I'm like, you guys will never work here again. You gotta be kidding me. They bring the McDonald's in like 25 minutes later, bro. Everybody was going crazy.
McDonald's?
Yeah, that's what they gave me.
White privilege.
It was next door. No, that's everybody gets that white privilege. There was black people that got it with me,
Okay.
and Hispanics, and no other race was in there because those are the actual
Because the
privileged
Asians are
races.
in
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
The Asians are in school, and
It covers all of Asia.
your people don't really get in trouble unless they get discriminated against. So it was just us, white, black, Spanish. So those are my us's. I count you all. You're Americans. You're me. You're part of me. White, black, Spanish. That's me. I have all of those in me. So anyways, I get it for them. And they're fired up, but it's just burgers, no cheese. Like they just straight up burger with those little onions on them. You gotta deal with it, and water.
Yeah.
Cups of water. Yeah, that's
Cups
what
of
you
water.
But they gave it to me. So anyway, the point of my whole story is I ended up going to see the judge, and they're going with Rikers, bam, Rikers, bam, Rikers, bam, Rikers, bam. I walk up, my little white ass. Oh man, I'm sorry, I was drinking on the subway. They go ROR, have a great day. I walk out.
What is ROR?
Released on your own recognizance, meaning I'll come back on my own. And I remember I went to this little like counseling class. They sent me this counseling class. I was in there, a whole bunch of gangsters. You know, kids think they're gangsters, cowboys, young kids.
Yeah.
And they're like asking me, what'd you do? And they're telling that whole story flat out. They asked me what I was doing. I was like, I was drinking on the train. Like, okay, do you drink a lot? I'm like, no, that was my first time I ever did it. They're like, this is your first time ever drinking? How old are you? I'm like, I'm 18. They're like, you just started drinking 18? Bro, I've been drinking every weekend, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, that was my first time. I'll never do it again. I'm sorry. Do you smoke pot? No. No. Cigarettes? No. No, I don't do anything. It was just I got unlucky. First time, I'll never drink again. We walk out, the kids come up to me like, yo, bro, we're gonna go drink it right now. You fucking really don't ever, you never smoke weed? I'm like, I'm going to smoke weed now. I'm like, but you're an idiot and you're gonna be back there next week. I'm out. I showed them I'm like, they released me today. I'm like, I'm done. You better learn how to work the system better. And they were like, oh, damn, bro, the white kid was lying. They were telling everybody. They were, remember the white kid who said he never smoked, he was lying. And I had to walk to the subway with them, you know? Yeah. And they had to go back next week. Some of them got released, depending on their charge or whatever. But I just lied. I was like, I never drank before. It was my first time.
Hopefully those guys learned.
Meanwhile, I got arrested for a drink on the subway twice. Like the first time I didn't go to court, and then that turned into a warrant, and then they got me again. So I was like, I don't know how the lady believed it, but whatever. The point is, they ROR'd me just because I was white. I think that needs to be reformed. Like the crime should dictate equal bail, but I don't think that bail should be derived off of income because it doesn't make sense at that point. Because then you're just talking about like any broke person could go around murking people. If he wants to kill 2 people in one day,
for sure.
he just
claim manslaughter.
Yeah, manslaughter, and then he gets reformed, and because of his income, it has to be the same number across the board.
And then he goes to his aunt, uncle, family, community, and they pay his bail, and he's out.
That's why these guys are just gonna.
Well, no, they're reforming it to where there's no bail for these.
Well, yeah, again,
which is
totally lower
ridiculous.
income.
Their rules are just gonna lose more and more ground in all forms of government.
Especially
there's gonna be more and more red states.
Yeah, they're so bad at taking care of the poor.
They're just so progressive.
Dude, you see black communities switching, jumping fence left and right. If Trump wasn't the Republican representative, most people in the black community would have swapped to Republican already by now. Because they've been following the Democrats forever since the LA riots. Like nothing has gotten better in these areas. Like these Democrat-ran areas, like Chicago, LA. LA is a shithole, dude. Like California is a shithole, dude. Like San Francisco, I heard people don't even want to live there anymore. It used to be one of those beautiful areas ever. So many homeless now.
There's a lot of
and then look at New York. We have a shitty. It's not great here either. Like, and we're stuck over here in Republican land in Long Island. Like the city's actually a little bit worse. It's dirtier. It's seedier. It's scarier. It's
human shit on the ground.
Human shit in California.
San Francisco.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. So we just gotta get a grip on like what we're really trying to do in these areas, and like really get a grip on like what is going through your brain. Like I get it. We want it to be fair for everyone. It's like you look at minorities and you're like, why are they the majority of criminals, the minority of the country? And so they're like trying to create like laws to make those statistics make sense instead of just fixing the areas. Like if there's too many blacks or too many Hispanics in jail right now, you don't fix the laws so that they don't get in trouble for the shit they used to do. Like, you know, that's like the weed argument. Like, how about we just fix the community?
Improve the education, improve the healthcare.
Yeah.
All of that.
I watched it happen in Long Island, and if it does come down to racist politicians, well, those are Democrats in those areas. So who are these racist politicians that don't want to take care of these people? Because I certainly do. I watch Pacho. They say the school's getting better now, but the school comes last. Like, you can pop up a town, you can pop up everything, but poor people always move to the outskirts of that town to keep their families in the same schools. So a lot of times the school comes last, and people are saying, like, Pat Met School District's getting known as being a much cleaner place. I mean, we used to deal with 5 or 6 fights daily. Like, that was an average.
That never happened in my high school.
Yeah, Hicksville's a good school,
I didn't grow up there. I grew up upstate.
Oh, so even better, yeah. Less people. I graduated 750 people, so times that by 4.
I graduated 26.
2,600?
26 people.
People.
25 other people in
I had 750 just in our class, yeah. So we had 3,000 people walking around the school. So 5 or 6 fights a day wasn't really a huge deal. You went to Brown, you didn't go to Brown.
No, I went to Huntington.
Huntington had the kids from Station, so there's probably some fights.
Yeah, it was a good mix.
Yeah. So Patrick was shitty, but now they say it's getting better, so it comes last. But it's just about, like, you have to fix the community. And sometimes, like, you have to raise prices. Like, you have to pick the nice part of the area. You have to pick the bad part. You have to raise, like, rent prices. You have to, like, that's what you have to do.
That's a whole other argument. Raising rent prices and then talking about what people are actually bringing in, and as far as income, like, rent is ridiculous.
Rent is ridiculous in general.
Mortgages are ridiculous.
It's just, like, it's crazy. And that's why you see these hipster gentrified areas a lot, because that's where they can move in and they can get more for their money, and then they end up cleaning the city up themselves. Like, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn's a beautiful area now. So it's doable. It's just only doable if you do it that way. Like, you have to fix the area. You can't just sway the law so that it doesn't get them in trouble anymore. Because that's never going to help anything. You know what I mean? Like,
laws are there for a reason.
Yeah. So I want to add that in my opinion, but we'll keep you posted on it. They're probably going to repeal it ASAP Rocky, I'm assuming, because it's going badly. But if anybody gets, hopefully not murdered, but if you get beaten by someone who just got out of jail for beating somebody else, give us a call. We'd love to be the first on the story.
Yeah.
Representatives.
All your local reps too. So what do we got next?
All right, next is impeachment talk. So
they're live, baby.
They're live. They're live right now, actually.
They're in recess.
No.
They just came out of 8:24, so they came out of recess. They're back at it. Right now, I believe the Democrats have the day to talk about, their side of the conversation. Tomorrow, the Republicans are going to have their day to talk about their side of the conversations, and then I guess from there they'll figure it out. But
Alexio's giving this face if you're not watching, like, who gives a fuck?
Who actually gives a fuck?
Alexio's so tired of this shit, it's ridiculous.
It's on every news channel. It's so
we are one of those news channels.
Like, there's so many other things they could focus on.
That's the most important show on the planet. We have to It's so true. It's like one guy made a good point. I'm sure it's Fox News. I was just talking to my mom. I was updating my resume. That's why I didn't get a chance to change. That's why I look like Alexio today. So I hope you guys like it. I took the time off, so did he. But I was over there and they only watch Fox News. So I'm assuming that's, because they're like covering this thing like it's a goddamn football game, first of all. They got like
it's so crazy how
people in the booth.
Yeah,
the one channel covers it and they're like, it's basically like they're in the booth commentating on like what's happening on the floor. And dude, like they're running it like it's 1876 and they're not letting anybody leave, dude. You have to like stay in there the whole time. Yeah. People are going out for interviews like, phew, and you can have one glass of water or one, how funny is this rule? One 12 glass of milk or a 12 glass of water. Those are your options. Nothing else.
For how long? The whole time?
The whole time.
Well, until recess.
No, you can continue to fill your thing, but you get a choice. It's either milk. You can't have soda. You can't have coffee. It's milk or water. Those are your two options. But that's a side note, just a funny one. But what I was going to say is...
And whatever drugs you have in your purse.
Yeah. You can have those too. Nancy Pelosi's probably got all her anti-stroke medicine or whatever the fuck she needs, that fucking rich, demented bitch. How did she end up with $100 million? Somebody riddle me that. I hate that lady. But she's like the most corrupt woman in Washington. Like, seriously, maybe.
Most?
I don't know. But woman? Yeah. Is Hillary still in?
No, she's not in Washington.
So the most corrupt woman in Washington is Nancy Pelosi. How is the fucking Speaker of the House worth $100 million? Riddle me that, dog. Like, it doesn't make any sense. If Trump's losing money as a president, like, you shouldn't be making
She specifically is worth that, or that position makes it so that she's worth that?
No, that position makes it so you're worth $30,000 a year, whatever the fuck they pay. I think they pay $100,000.
No, they make more than that.
No, the president only makes $400, so I think the
president
Speaker
makes $250 a year.
$250? No, $450. They upped it a long time ago. Yeah, $450. But regardless, the $250 can't even live on that shit.
A year for 4 years.
Yeah, that ain't good money though. $1 million in 4 years, you can't really live like that. And it's $450 now. You can look it up. Alexia, look it up. We have a computer. Sometimes we argue over taxes if we don't have Google right here. I'm just trying to figure it out. We'll deduct the answer here. But and then we can even look up what the Speaker of the House makes. But no, that job does not.
Which
is not
position we're talking about right now?
President first.
Oh, president.
Oh, you're right.
400. Sorry.
Alright, fine.
$89 an hour. It's not even that great. And then what is the Speaker of the House? I bet you 150 grand. Yeah, no, she did some corrupt shit, insider trading or something. They say a lot of her money come from.
I think they're like allowed. The rules for trading are different for people in government.
Majority leader and minority leader of the
23?
Senate. Speaker of the House, Representatives at 223. That's it. So the fact that she has 100 million means there's some corruption going on.
You know the rules are different for insider trading for people in government.
I got that from Rogan too. Yeah, inside government.
Did I get that from
I
Rogan?
think so,
I guess
yeah.
I did.
But that's
We both know it.
it has to come from Rogan. But no, it didn't come from Rogan. It comes
Rogan
from
University.
He had Jimmy Dore on. Jimmy Dore is somebody that
Jimmy Dore, that's what he's talking about.
because his show is very similar. He's a comedian. I mean, he speaks very hard, right? Which we're not hard right here, but he's like hard.
He speaks facts though.
But he speaks facts and he's funny, and so I like Jimmy Dore. It's kind of similar to what we're doing here, and he said that. He said that like there's different laws. Like if you're a private citizen and you get insider information and you use it, you make money. It's illegal. You go to jail. If you're a government official, you can actually do it, like in certain cases, because you didn't seek it. You just found out because it's your job to find out. It's like it's weird. It's like a loophole. But yeah, they think a lot of people make money off of that.
I'm sure they do, especially considering that there's like
Dude,
I'll turn a blind eye
you
to
can say
it.
what you want about our orange friend in the White House, but he's losing money. So there's no corruption. Like enough.
That's very debatable.
No, he's losing money. He lost money like the last 2 years. You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I mean, maybe it looks like that because he handed a lot over. So if you took what maybe Donald Jr. kicked up to him, maybe he didn't lose money.
He
But
didn't
he's
he didn't hand anything over. He just handed operations over to his kids. Well, his company's he's still making that money.
Oh well, the
Yeah.
numbers came back. Then he lost the money. He lost money. Well, his businesses lost money. They aren't doing as well with him as president as they were before.
I mean, but before he was president,
He had more time.
AC, no, all the casinos in AC closed down. Trump Towers, Taj Mahal,
Yeah, but he don't need that.
Raja. What was
He
it?
just opened a new one somewhere else, dude. He's got those things all
He's
over.
got
the place.
under lunch.
But that part
Best
of
Mexican bowls in the whole city, right here in
Oh,
Trump
God.
Tower. That's what they about that thing. But
Happy Cinco de Mayo, he said.
yeah, he's like, oh, they want a sick fuck. But listen, I give him credit for still being president through this nonsense. I know me, I'm a petty mother effer, and I would have been like, hey, I don't give a fuck about Iran, I don't give a fuck about your bombs, I don't give a fuck about you until you say that this is a mistake and you guys are
That's
assholes.
quickly, by the way,
I
right?
wouldn't.
Iran?
Yeah, we got lucky, I think. We got
Just
lucky.
was like,
We didn't get lucky. We just got lucky we're American.
No, I
People
think
don't
it
play
was part of the
games.
plan.
It was all part of it, right?
It's all part of the plan.
Get them
Their-
riled
Their supreme leader was like, hey, get rid of this guy,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll start.
You got it right. You had it last week. Alexia was on it a week early. What have you know today?
And now
Alexia was on it a week early, and I was on that other
Now
show a
it's
week
all
early.
quiet.
And I was on the fact that they missed on purpose a week early. I mean, if you're not listening
For sure,
to Today in
for sure.
Millenia, you are just behind
missing
in
the
the
boat.
times. Like
Yeah.
you might as well just listen to nothing. 'Cause you're wasting your ears. You're wasting your
We're
brain.
gonna start predicting what other podcasts are gonna start talking.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean-
I'm ahead of Joe Rogan every week. Though.
about.
But any Husenheimer,
Husenheimer.
that's a saying. Some people say it.
My favorite thing is things that white people say.
There's
Just
a lot of
feel like-
Oh yeah.
Get ready to
you know what I
rock.
told? You know what I told Lordy the other day?
What?
I was like, did you know white people are like super racist to each other? She's like, no. I'm like, you didn't know that? We haven't, like, you didn't know Polacks are stupid? She's like, no. She's like, in the black community, they don't even know about these things. Like, yeah, like, if you're Polish and you're my friend, you're stupid. If you're Italian, you're grimy. If you're Irish, you're a drunk idiot. If you're Scottish, you're even worse. If you're, if you're English, you're stuck up. Like, you know, if your family's like blue blood, we make fun of you for that too. You fucking wait from Connecticut, you fucking blue blood jerk
Hispanics
off.
are super racist
Against each other, yeah.
And
Or
other
we.
races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys too?
Yeah.
Yeah, like fuck the Afghanis, like that kind of thing.
No, well, like Punjabis are
Asians
known
are
as the
too.
stupid people.
See how the same
like,
shit?
my dad sends me inappropriate jokes all the time about like other groups of people. I'm like, Dad, we have to love people.
Like, don't you know that that's racist?
Yeah.
Nah, it's not. It's fine.
But then also, like,
Yeah.
he's been at the hospital, in and out of hospital for like a month and a half, right? And like half the hospital is brown people. Like, they can hear you, Dad. Stop
You don't
talking.
even know which one are which. Like, there's no way
No,
you
you can tell.
Oh, you can
I
tell?
feel like I could tell.
You can tell, like, if somebody's Punjabi or somebody's
I can tell if
Hindu
you're
or
Punjabi,
somebody's-
if you're from India, what part of India you're from, depending on your name sometimes. And then if you're Muslim, if you're Hindu.
Oh,
I
we
can
got
tell.
that kid over there. They got the kid over there and started.
Oh,
He's
right.
cleaning up the names that you should see that he signs up.
sure.
All Sings and Ahmeds and
Yeah,
shit. That he's
yeah,
cleaning
yeah.
house because they don't even
What's
speak
with
to
him?
me. They won't even speak to me. But Oh, it's funny. The names though, they just lined up perfect. Like he had got a hot start. I'm like, is he signing white? You know? Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
He's picking the towns.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we
That he's
talked
gonna
about
work.
it. You were there.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah, so it's funny. Everybody's racing against each other. I don't know how we got here from the impeachment, but
I don't know. But hopefully
who
you took
cares?
something from it.
Hopefully you took something from the impeachment. I mean,
Yeah.
keep watching. Election says that the Republicans in the House have to go tomorrow, and that's, I guess, the next day the Senate votes. I'm sick of it, too.
Yeah, I'm so sick of it.
I just want it to be over so that the people that we pay all this tax money to, it says 223,000, but the truth is actually 100 million. So if we're giving 100 million to this lady a year, I'd like her to do something else.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it. I don't need to see you stroke out and yell about the president anymore. It does nothing for me. I'd rather you just keep your strokes
It's
to
like a dance.
yeah, say, President Trump was, when we saw him, Trump, I'm like, dude, can you spit it out already? Like, what are you trying to say, you old fucking bitch? But, whatever, I don't like Pelosi. But that's all I got, really. It's a waste of time and money. Get it over with.
All right. Next, in my opinion, are the cheating Astros.
Man.
So the Yankees and the Dodgers are gonna play next week to figure out who gets. No, I'm just kidding. We don't know that yet. But all right. So here's the story. Jose Altuve and Zach Bregman, or they're cheating motherfuckers. No. The Astros have been called for sign stealing. There's actually a really crazy video. I know the guy. So go to YouTube. Put in, it's just so you guys can see how obvious this is, so you know it's not a conspiracy anymore. Put in Astros sign stealing. So basically the Astros are stealing signs. A lot of people who don't know much about baseball are saying, I hear the argument of, everybody in baseball steals signs. That's 100% true. It's by John Boy. Yeah, John Boy Medium. Right there, top of 3.4 million, yeah. This is the best video ever. Alright, so we're going to play this video. This kind of shows what they were doing. So pause it for a second. So basically, if you don't know anything about baseball, there's off-speed pitches and there's fastballs, right? So the fastball comes in fast, it doesn't really move. Off-speed pitches, they move around. There's not much else you could tell a person, but being a professional hitter, if you know what the pitch is going to be, if it's going to move and be slow or just come down the middle and be fast, I mean, that gives you a huge leg up. A leg up that nobody usually has and everybody's looking for. So what the Astros have devised is a plan to guarantee that every hitter on every pitch has that. So basically they have a camera out in center field that reads the signs from the catcher. As soon as the signs from the catcher goes, there's a radio to somebody in the dugout who will then bang a trash can for, I think, a fastball and not bang for off speed. Now I want you to watch this video.
Trevor Bauer just had an awful, no good, no fun, very bad bottom of the fifth inning, and it all started with this Alex Gordon bloop shot, dunks it in for a single, nice piece of hitting.
What is this?
They got a 5-3 lead, the Indians do. He gets this pop up to center field.
No, this is when this idiot throws the ball. Hold on. You clicked his, you clicked him. Just click the video, yeah.
So we now have a lot of allegations and confirmation that the Astros were using a video camera to cheat and steal.
All we gotta do is the pitcher.
And opposing
Because he was the guy who was throwing the pitches. He's like, wait.
He said there was a banging from the dugout, almost like a bat hitting the bat rack every time a changeup signal got put down.
Yeah, off speed.
I found the footage. Let's watch it. Here we go.
Since used.
Bang. That one was very slight,
He didn't
but he
know.
takes the
Just wait, it gets
changeup.
worse.
Now, Farquhar looking good. Let's see. Fastball, no bang at all.
So that guy knows it's
Takes
fast.
it. Next pitch. There's the changeup. Bang, bang, takes it.
Takes it, doesn't
There's
want
the
the
off
off speed.
speed. Now it's like, wait, what? What's going on here? Now look,
Change up.
fastball outside.
No
So quick, 2 signs. Geared up for the fastball.
Ready
fastball.
for it.
Next pitch, changeup. Bang, bang.
Ready for it.
That
See how he
sequence
pulls
is
the off
so
speed? Like,
upsetting. There's no way that is done without technology. How fast,
So fast.
they get the bang.
Nobody's on
The
base.
sign goes down. Watch it again. It's so fast.
insane.
That's, just upsetting. Now they try to do sequence. Outside fastball,
No bang.
no bang.
He knows it's coming.
Tries to foul it off. And then steps in again. Call for the changeup. Bang, bang.
No.
That's what I was,
Steps
okay.
off
Pitcher's like,
and
no.
says,
That's
"Can
what I was
you hear
waiting
it?"
for.
Hey, they got the fucking signs. We got to change this. So he goes on. This is super upsetting.
All right, you can cut it
love
there.
tip pitching and finding someone's tail.
So,
and all.
to be a human being and just use your human skills to figure out what people are doing, that's one thing. To put a camera out in center field and use technology to win games, I mean, it's disgraceful.
World Series.
I mean, they win everything. They used it to get them there. They used it to win it. They used it, and they've been doing this for 2 years. People have been complaining. Yeah, they won the last 2 World Series.
I thought it was just that season.
No, they lost this year.
Well,
They won last year and made it and lost this year. The Nationals beat them with or without the cheating, dude.
I heard somebody in Barstool Sports say they should make them walk all the way to New York and give Judge the championship.
Yeah, so the Dodgers are fighting over it and the Yanks are fighting over it because they're like, who should have actually won? Because like they knocked the Yankees out, but then they beat the Dodgers. Yeah. But who's to say the Yankees wouldn't have beat the Dodgers? So it's like the Dodgers think they should get it, the Yankees think they should get it. I don't think that George Steinbrenner in reality though would take a 28th ring on a phony like that. He'd probably turn it down. He'd be like, do we have so many of those? Just give it to the Dodgers. They're useless. Give it to those idiots if they want a fake title. We'll just win a real one this year. Yeah. But they keep my friend posted. They keep Pete Rose out of the Hall of Fame for gambling and betting on his own team to win. He wasn't like throwing games or anything. He was just making extra money off a good baseball team he was coaching. He kind of had a feeling when he was going to win and when he wasn't. And he was betting, and it's bad. You don't bet on baseball. It is the rules, and I guess he deserves what he got, but. This is worse, I think.
For sure.
Betting to increase your own personal financial gain, that's one thing. But cheating to change the outcome of our oldest sport. This is our oldest sport in this country. This is as old as it gets. We don't do soccer really here, so this is like archaic. Like they've been playing baseball since the 1800s. Like it's America's pastime. It's like it is what it is. You don't ruin a game like that. It's disgraceful. I think. What do you guys think?
No, I agree. And there's no way that you can go back and put the team together. It's not going to be the same team that was playing that year. It's not the same skill, the same mentality, the same everything. Like, it's just not going to be the same.
Just take it away.
Just take it away.
I think you just pull it and asterisk the year, Thankfully they didn't win this year. So you'll have to take their pennant away, meaning their, like, American League pennant, because that counts, too. Like, it's hard enough to win the American League Championship, win the World Series. So, like, the Yankees have 27 World Series, but they have, like, 60 pennants. Not 60. I think it's like 40-something in the American League Championship. So, so they should take that away from them too this year, and then they should take the series away from them last year, and they should suspend the shit out of them. They're firing coaches left and right. Yeah, they're dropping people up. And if you guys, another video, if you want to go see it, put in Jose Altuve grabs his shirt because there is. So listen to this. Carlos Beltran was coaching the Astros at the time, and Carlos Beltran's either daughter or niece has released, in the locker room, she released that she had seen, and she has video too that she said she'll save for a rainy day, Alex Bregman and Jose Altuve with buzzers in their jerseys so that when the camera guy picks up off speed or fastball, he can buzz them to tell them what it is right at the plate. And here's a video, if you can't see, of Jose Altuve coming in with a game-winning home run. So in baseball, when you when you hit a walk-off, they call it a walk-off home run. Yeah. The game's over, so usually everybody jumps on you at home plate, rips your shirt off and shit. He's coming into home plate. No, don't rip my shirt off.
Alibaba sells him full circle.
Sells him, and Alibaba sells him full circle at today in Millenia. Let's go, baby. $2 to $7. Small anti-device anti-theft alarms. Yeah. I guess you can probably hook up to your door so if your door moves and you hear it in the store, pull it in. But just disgraceful if you ask me. Yeah, disgraceful.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Can't cheat.
Fuck those guys.
Go Yanks. That's the only reason the Yankees lost, too.
It's the only reason the Mets keep losing, too.
That's always. Carlos Beltran got hired and fired. But that's because he was part of that shit.
Yeah.
Or he just didn't stop it from happening.
And then Maheen said, I didn't really care about this topic too much, but
I care.
Maybe we could do in my opinion, Prince Harry and the Duchess of.
But we're doing slash memes too, right? So we can so we're gonna also call it today in memes because there are a lot of
royals,
the royal family memes.
Leaving the family or whatever.
So I don't understand.
I don't really get it.
Leaving.
Honestly.
So is he disowned?
No. So this is why, right? Based off of, you guys remember Princess Diana and how the paparazzi and how like the news and the media and all the outlets where they would like literally look for any and every reason to talk shit. They did that for Diana. She divorced, the prince or Prince Charles, whatever.
Yeah.
Went and lived her life, died at the hands of the media, right? Because her.
Wait, Diana and him were divorced when she died?
Yeah.
Oh, so the Queen definitely killed her.
Yeah. Well, paparazzi, somebody jumped onto the car that she was in, and then shortly after that, the driver crashed, and they died, right? Yeah. So that was that. Now, this is her son, right? And Meghan Markle is being treated in a way where, like, she's being slammed by the media constantly. I saw a side-by-side comparison of, like, Meghan Markle and then, what's her name? Kate
Winslet.
No, Kate Winslet's the lady from Titanic.
Kate Upton.
Kate Upton?
No.
Whatever,
That's
Princess
definitely
Kate,
also
right?
an actress.
Literally.
Kate Upton is a model married to Verlander, born on the exact same day as me, bigger tits. way
Another
more-
royal lady.
So
She's
Kate,
not royal, yeah.
Kate Middleton? Did we say that?
Kate Middleton, that's her
Kate
name.
Middleton.
There you go.
So literally side by
She's
side
English,
comparisons.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like her.
she's English. Like literally Kate Middleton's holding her baby bump, and they're like, she's getting ready to pop. Versus Meghan Markle holding her baby bump, and they're like, can she stop touching herself? Is she showing off? Like literally side by side comparisons.
Oh my
So
God.
because of this, years and years and years of this. They've decided that it's best for her, for him, for their family, their love, their whatever, to just be away from it. Which is why they've decided to move to North America and do all
How
of
many
this.
how many people have to die for him to be the king?
Probably a lot. He's the Duke of Sussex.
Yeah.
I don't really know what that means.
I've looked into it before, a little bit, because I was trying to figure out how that
Maybe
old
8
lady
people.
got to be just the queen of the queens, but it's just the
She
people
married
dying.
into royalty.
Yeah,
She's
and then he
not-
died,
yeah.
and then she became, and she's been running it for like 20
I'm gonna
years.
say 8 people have to die for him to be king.
Oh, so he should just leave and get a new job.
I know nothing though.
Yeah,
so,
he should
again,
get a new
but he
career.
he still gets like an allowance, you know.
Even though he left,
for
right?
being senior leadership.
Well,
Senior.
now he is. I don't know if him leaving.
Oh, so he's gonna probably give up some money, yeah.
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 Definitely.
But she's an actress, so she can come back here and make millions.
I heard that they still get to stay in some type of palace over there or something.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I'm sure nobody's gonna let them
Definitely
starve. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not from the
They're
fucking
gonna-
Unless she wants
they're
to
gonna
work
get
with
a-
Disney.
They're gonna get a book deal. They're gonna.
I mean,
get
I
a
could see
Netflix
the racist
special.
ass queen. Like, she almost looks not white. Like, I could see the queen hating her. It makes sense.
Yeah.
She's half black.
But she is. Okay, yeah. So I was gonna say, I can definitely see. But Harry was just like,
She
yo.
almost looks not
Harry was just like, I can see how the queen is a racist ass queen. Look at that lady. That's a racist lady.
Oh yeah, that's racist.
You ever seen it? I can see how Harry was just like, yo, my fucking redheaded ass ain't gonna get nothing
love
like
this
this,
meme,
bro.
though.
I'm
Yeah,
about
yeah.
this.
I love this meme.
It says 34-year-old father of one decides to move out of grandmother's house. I'm also going to give up my allowance, he says. Dude, it's pathetic. It is. It's,
It really
it's
is,
just
man.
so weird that they still run off of that. The first day at work, it's him in a McDonald's outfit. 35-year-old man. Meghan Markle got Prince Harry to stop being a prince, and you can't even get your man to stop liking other girls' pictures. It's the morning after your stag. You suddenly realize the money that
That's
was...
not.
I don't
It's
know
related.
what
Your
that
stag is your bachelor party, and
So these are a lot of these like English memes. Huh?
Yeah, English memes.
What does this
I
say?
don't really get this. I have no opinion in this because I don't think people should care about stuff like this.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't. It's like we care about our celebrities. They
I'm
care
happy
about
for
this.
them.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
I remember people watched. Did you watch the other? Was the Markle wedding as big a deal as the Middleton
I don't know.
wedding?
I didn't see the wedding.
The Middleton wedding, everybody watched that. I remember that.
She was Prince.
Middleton's alright, but Meghan Markle's like hot, super hot.
Oh.
Oh, so he was third in line until the Middleton kid came out.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like fourth in line, and the kid in front of him's like 6, maybe younger. So I don't know. Harry, I think you made the right decision. Come hang out with
They
the
got a
U.S.
racist meme here.
Come be cool.
And Meghan
Get
Markle.
out of England.
First of all, her best friend is Serena Williams. Like, they're gonna be fine here.
Yeah, they're gonna be fine. Just come to America. Harry, get into acting or something. Like, I don't know. Come be a political commentator. You can do that. Everybody can do that. You'd be half retarded. You can come join our show. Nobody gives a fuck.
That's funny.
Let's say so long, peasants, Harry and Meghan.
That's awesome.
Now Harry seems alright, especially because he just rocked with it. He didn't fight with her. He was like,
My mom's like, I hope they make it. I'm like, they're gonna be fine, Mom. You don't have to worry about
they're
them.
not gonna die or nothing. They're coming to America. I mean, it's
Yeah,
way
they're
better
gonna be
here.
great.
It's way better here. You know what our celebrities enjoy? Way more than you guys do. Like,
that's
we have
funny.
cool shit here.
Which one?
Just the idea of the coming to America meme that goes in line with this.
When you think of garbage, think of Prince Harry once he's found a normal job like his common folk.
Oh, that's funny.
That's so funny, the coming to America meme. When you think of garbage, think of Lucky.
I have to say,
Oh,
makes
man.
accents. What are they called? Impressions. Amazing.
They're
Spot
not bad.
on.
They've always been alright. It just depends. I gotta hear it sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't think people should care about this.
Yeah,
at
who
all.
gives a shit? I'd rather hear about Cardi B and Kylie Jenner, to be quite honest with you. I like our royal family better. The Kardashians, that's our royal family.
They are.
I like our royal family better. They're cooler. They have sex tapes. They're hotter.
Yeah.
It's better.
Shall we move on to Beanie's Corner?
Yeah, what do you got for us
That's
here?
it. All right. So as we can all see, I have these wonderful lashes on.
Do you see mine?
Nick, I was like, I told you, right? I'm like, Nick, I'm really upset that you didn't say anything about my lashes. And he starts looking at himself in the mirror.
Oh my god, I've
He's
been
like-
told I have great lashes.
And I left the room and he was still looking at himself. But anyway, so my cousin's getting married this week. We've been planning for months. It's one of the biggest events of our family, or it's one of the first biggest events of our family. And we
Is she
don't
like the
do-
first cousin to get married?
of like our crew,
First
of like our
cousins,
type
yeah.
crew, yeah. On my mom's side. On my dad's side, I've gone to weddings here and there and whatever. But on my mom's side, we all grew up together. Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, she's constantly talking about, I have to go to this place and get this decorator and talk to this planner and this and that. And like, I'm like, there's so much money being spent in weddings in America. So I decided to do some research today and figure out how much the average wedding costs in the U.S.
I don't even want to hear this one.
I want to know what you guys think first. So,
Oh, guess? Okay.
yeah, average cost, America,
This is
not New
average.
York, average. Now, keep in mind, right? I want you to think about photographer, videographer,
Dress,
DJ,
reception, church,
dress,
blah, blah, blah.
all of that, food for the people that are
In
coming.
Alabama and in New York and just putting all the whole country.
Average? I mean, can't be more than 15 grand.
$15,000?
So I'm thinking average.
How much do you think that a venue costs?
30 grand, I'd say.
You see $2,000.
$2,000 for a
Yeah, the
venue?
local VFW, maybe less.
How many people are coming to your wedding, Nick?
I think you could fit like 75 people in the VFW.
All right. So.
It's just a hall. I mean, I'm just saying, if
That's
you're on a
fair.
budget, you could definitely get one done for 15
That's
grand.
fair.
And if you can't, give me a call. I mean, maybe
I've
I'll
looked
teach you
in-
how to
I've looked
plan
into
a
this
wedding on the
topic
budget.
before.
What's a number?
because-
I don't want to know. If you're thinking 15 grand is crazy, I know I'm not gonna like it.
$15,000 for a whole wedding is insane.
I know that on 90 Day Fiance on our favorite place, the Learning Channel, they spent 15 grand just on the dress. Like,
That's
Yeah.
That's stupid.
yeah, can't say that word. That is retarded. That is fucking retarded if you're gonna spend that much money on a dress.
That is retarded.
Yeah, I can say that word. You can't say that word. You need to be our PC
You have
person.
to.
I am
But what's the number? Let's hear it.
All right. So
I'd
just
say 30 grand.
You say 30 grand. Just reception venue, and this is off of average cost, average America, 144 people. Okay.
It's a small sample size.
144 people at the wedding.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, they only asked 100 people. This is shitty.
Reception venue, not including food, is $15,439.
Just average venue.
Average venue. This is according to the Knot. Knot is one of the many websites I've become very familiar with through this wedding planning.
Okay.
Ceremony site, so like a church or whatever, another $2,300
You have to pay
added
the
there.
church? What do you mean I paid you in my collection plate for the last 25 years of my life?
Well,
why the
they-
fuck do I have to pay you?
You do. Even for the mosque, we started looking into just doing a simple, we call our marriage the nikah. Looked into a simple nikah.
The what?
Nope, that's okay. That's okay.
That's like Theo Vaughn when he says
N-I-K.
my Nicaraguans where my Nick cars at.
Oh my
It's so
God.
funny though.
That's why I hesitated before I said it. But they were gonna cost about $2,000-3,000 for no food and just empty area to use. So
And the person just speak or whatever,
right, but not even
right? He doesn't
really.
even get any money.
What are
He
they
works
called?
not-for-profit.
The Molana.
Rabbi?
Molana.
That's
Ooh,
what
I
your
like that
preachers are called? Molanas?
Well, the holy man, as I call him, or the imam. And we do our marriage ceremonies differently because the girl has to be separate. She has to agree without anybody around that she's actually trying to get married to this person.
Oh,
Like, that
because
she-
of how many times the old Muslims swung a
could have
fast one.
happened. Who knows?
they like to swing fast ones over there in the Muslim religion, force somebody to marry somebody else.
So, as part of an Islamic wedding, it's mandatory that she agrees. She has to say yes 3 times, and he has to say yes 3 times. But that's a whole other thing. And so yes, we
Alright,
have
so
to pay
$2
for
grand
that.
for that thing.
Transportation costs about $850.
Okay, so
Photographers, $2,600.
the
Videographers,
fuck outta here.
$2,000.
I'll do all of it for $1,000.
An officiant, which I think you don't need an officiant because you have a DJ, he can also be an MC. But DJ is $1,200. Reception band is roughly $4,200. We don't have bands at our weddings. I
You
think
just do
that's
straight
crazy.
DJ, yeah.
Just straight DJ, yeah. But if you have that, if you wanted a ceremony musician as well, it's another option. It's only $800 for that. Wedding dress, average cost $1,600 for the bride. For the groom, it's an average of $280.
Yeah, nothing.
$1,600 for a dress.
Well, it's a tux. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
she's putting on pants and a shirt.
And a jacket, yeah.
It's crazy.
So what's the average total?
Total without food came to $39,000.
Whoa.
With food at $70 per plate, which is, I'm sorry, but that's like a birthday, right? For whatever.
No, $70 a plate is not a birthday.
Yeah, it is.
What do you mean? I wouldn't pay, like, if you catered through Juventus, it'd be
Okay,
like
but that's
$6 a
Juventus.
plate.
If I catered a like an important birthday at a restaurant, you're paying $70 per person. We've done it
At
in
a
our family.
restaurant, I guess.
Yeah, like at a
It's not
restaurant.
a restaurant, it's not catered either.
Whatever.
But anyways, go ahead.
Anyway, $70 per person, multiplied by my
mean, gold
150
standard?
people, it came to 49,000 something.
50 grand.
Yeah.
A year's salary for most people.
Yeah.
They're giving it away
Average
just to
American.
have
For
a
one
fucking
day,
wedding.
you're not even gonna like this person.
Oh
in a
my
couple
God,
years.
Alexia.
Yeah, you're gonna be divorced. 3 out of 4 of them end in divorce, I think.
Actually, millennials are killing the divorce rate because we're getting married later because we can't afford shit.
Oh, so they're not divorcing as
But
much.
it's smarter.
So the
because
old divorce in
we're
your 20s is
waiting.
ending, and everybody's getting married in their 30s.
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
by then
yeah.
you
We're
know
so
what
much
you-
better than the boomers. We're so much better than everyone. It is ridiculous how fucking clear as day it is that the millennials are the greatest generation ever born. It's fucking clear as day if you ask me. But
You know what the biggest scam is about weddings? Is that flowers, the venue, the food, everything is marked up because it's a wedding.
Mhm.
If it was a birthday, the same everything. Order everything the same, and it's less.
I'm just gonna lie and say I'm throwing a birthday.
I'm just throwing a
And
birthday.
right at the end, I'm gonna send out wedding invitations. So I'm throwing a birthday to everybody.
Weddings
So you're
are
like, you ready
such
for your
a
happy
scam.
birthday, Nick? I'm like, got you, bro. It's my wedding.
Everything about a wedding is a scam.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking scam.
From the ring to the dress to the
I
fact that
love
you
the
have
ring.
to put on this ritual for a bunch of people you don't even
Oh,
like.
in New York, a fucking Catholic wedding in New York gets crazy, bro.
What do you
gotta
think the
fucking
average
do all this
wedding in
shit.
Manhattan is?
Oh, 130 grand.
It's actually 77,000.
So
Yeah, not too bad.
Where do you think it? What do you do? You come to Long Island? Or you go to Westchester? Like, where are these venues? Where is Central Park? You go to Central Park, a big venue, or Long Island, or
I think
upstate.
Maheen was like, what are you looking at? The
So-
public library or something?
I was looking at the 9 most glamorous wedding venues in New York City, right? Because people talk about like the Plaza, they talk about this, they talk about that, and like, I mean, what is it called? Brides Wars, that movie with the 2 people and they fought over the Plaza. Have you guys heard of the Plaza before? So if I ask you
Plaza
this,
Hotels, yeah.
yeah.
Home
So-
Alone 2.
I'm
Home
going to
Alone
that.
2.
There you go.
All right.
Donald Trump's in it.
Donald
Shout out.
Trump's in it.
Oh my God. How much do you think it would cost to do your wedding at the Plaza per person?
Oh my God, per person.
Per person.
I was gonna like-
Remember how we
Let's
talked?
say about $1,000 per person.
$1,900.
$350 per person.
Not
Not too
bad.
bad. Not
That's
too
with
shabby.
food, or that's just to let
That's
them in.
just the food.
Oh.
That's well, food for the venue, right? So if I'm gonna have 100 people, probably they have a minimum of 150 or whatever the case is. But if
Yeah.
I have that minimum number of people going into the
So
wedding,
the Plaza will do
it's
the
gonna
food.
be this much per person. Yeah.
I'll do the Plaza.
The Botanic Garden. How do you feel? What do you think that would cost?
The Botanic Garden is actually at the old governor's home, I believe, right? Right on FDR Drive there.
It's on Washington Avenue in Brooklyn.
Are we talking about
Oh,
per
I'm not
person
talking
or
about the same
total?
place.
This is the total
I don't know if
for
Botanic
the area.
Just to rent it out.
Just to rent it out. No food.
25,000.
10 grand?
Okay.
Per day, we're talking about 1 day, right?
It depends on the month and the day of the week, but it also has a guest minimum or maximum, but it'll range, it looks like from about 1,200 to 11,000. So
Depending on the day. I
depending on
guess,
the
yeah,
day.
so 1,200 if you want to do it in the dead of January or February.
Right.
You want to be freezing outside
Right.
dying. I'll tell you what, though, and you know what sucks so bad? So we're going to have to end it because we got some loud people here, but I'll tell you what, I went to a wedding one time, this poor girl, she wanted all this stuff. There was a new venue, and they wanted to do the outside one because the outside pavilion was really nice. It wound up being so hot in Illinois that we were all sweating and dying. All they had was fans. They had no indoor, so nobody could dance. And if you danced, you got sloshed in sweat. So only young people were dancing. Everybody's outside just smoking in the corner. And this poor girl, she asks the guy, she goes, I don't want any religious stuff. And my friend's mom asked, can we at least have a priest do it? She said, I don't care if we have a priest do it. But I just, I don't want to hear them reading all that weird stuff. The priest gets spiteful, decides to read off the one line that states, And I hope you, Kata, fall into your duties correctly of being a wife and a nurturer to your husband, being there at home like a wife should, like all this weird old school scripture about how basically she should just be at home taking care of Craig. And you should have seen her face. And it was just so bad because like this girl freaked out. She was pretty cool about it, but she was freaking out for like months leading up to this, and they fucking ruined it anyways. It was too hot, and they just had to laugh it off and be like, it was the worst wedding, but I love you, and it was good because it sucked. And it's like all that preparation for that.
A party for your family.
Right, for
How long ago was
this is when I first started here 3 and 4 years ago.
this? Are they still together?
Still married,
Yeah.
You could tell that they
That's
were.
my thing about weddings. Like, why do you have to marriage in general? Why do you have to get the government involved?
Yeah, why do I used to argue with our other mutual friend, and I won't drop me, and I'll try to do the best I can, but why, both of them, I used to argue with, like, why do I need to sign a piece of paper to be in love with you for the rest of my life? Like, why would I need a piece of paper to tell me that?
Yeah.
Like, so you're
I
saying
love
this paper keeps me here? Like, because guess what? I don't know, I'm Nick Pierre, I never gave a fuck about laws before, I don't know what makes you think this stupid piece of paper is going to keep me around, but you picked the wrong guy, A, and B, the fact that you want it so bad honestly scares me about your intentions, and therefore, I
You
don't.
think they'll take a life insurance policy out of you?
That's fine that'd be good. That'd be good.
Yeah.
At least you're smart about it. But
Yeah,
like just
yeah.
like doing it so you can divorce me, try to get half, you're not gonna get anything because I don't have anything to give you. I'm probably gonna hide it all anyways. So you're not gonna get shit. Like why do we need this piece of paper? Why can't we just hang out for 30 years, tell everyone we're married? I even told one girl, I said, we'll just tell everybody my brother got ordained, and then he'll sit up there, he'll read the script, he'll do the I do's, he'll do everything. The only problem is he's not actually ordained, so the paperwork we signed is fake, it doesn't count, and nobody needs to know the difference. And I remember she was okay with that. She was like, I can do that. I'm like, okay. So my only problem is the paperwork. It's not the wedding. I'll do the wedding, I'll do the church, so do whatever you want. But I'm not signing that paper because that just seems weird.
It does seem very weird, right?
I'm
Like,
doing it. I
To a
like
man
I
it
know
does, but to
you're
her,
doing it.
but to her she's like, you better sign that fucking paper,
Exactly,
motherfucker.
you're so
Yeah.
brainwashed.
Yeah, it's like a brainwashed
No.
thing.
People, I'm not saying you are brainwashed.
Well,
I'm
you
saying
are, but it's not your
people
fault.
are brainwashed.
There's a lot
and
of
the
people.
fact that you know it's all a scam and you still want to
It's
do
not
it.
the, okay, I'm not talking about the wedding. I like the marriage. I like the unity in that.
Yeah, that's the scam part.
That-
The wedding ain't a
no.
scam. Weddings are awesome. I'll throw a party
I think
for.
that's all a scam.
As a matter of fact, every girl I dated, I would have happily thrown a reception party for. But none of them would I ever have signed pieces of paper. So I don't mind that.
You can't fake that signature because it's a government form.
No, I know, but we're the only ones who signed it.
Yeah.
So my mom can stand there and believe that my brother just ordainedly married us. There's just no actual paperwork. Like, Trav never took the test. He's actually not an ordained minister. He could have never married us in a million years. So everything he said up there is null and void, and nobody is none the wiser. If a girl's okay with that, I think I got the right one. Because all she wants is the party and everyone to know we're married. That all makes sense to me. Like, I would want, like if a girl's like, "Wait, you're not proud of me? You wouldn't want to put a ring on me?" No, that I'll do. Done. Or what? You're not proud of me? You don't want me to walk down an aisle?
You just don't want the government.
No, I'm down with that. No, I just don't understand why you want the government involved. That's my fucking problem. It's not even about I don't want the government involved. So why do you want them involved so bad? And this is scaring me. So I'm not loving your intentions anymore, and I'm out of here, dog.
So funny.
Well, I'm also like a weird dude. I'll probably just never get married, but like have like girls I was with for like 7 years, just like still talk to them. they actually got married to someone who wanted to marry them, but we're still close friends. I call them all the time when I need help. You know, like I can see like that being the person of my life. Like, who's that girl you were with in the 2020s? Oh yeah, that fucking girl Emily. That's right. Yeah. I still talk to her. Yeah. Together for like
I really
8 years.
hope that
She's
Emily's
never.
not a real person.
She's like, come on, Emily's not a real person. I would never can't see Emily being a big fan of dating me. But that's my opinion on weddings. I just think it's ridiculous. Like the paperwork.
I think all of it's ridiculous. From
It's
the
a fucking
ring to the
scam.
dress to the party, all of it.
I know that it's becoming like more and more of an increasing cost. As I was looking up these stats year after year, like 2017 was a little bit less than 2018.
Oh, it's just gonna
2016,
keep climbing.
2014.
It'll start diving though once millennials have the buying power, and we've been so like destroyed by the lack of money we had in the early stages that any money we have now we're holding on to like our bulls, and like I think you'll start to see more because the younger generations are the best at anything that's budgeted now or works well or low income areas getting nicer. It's all due to young people searching outside the box to make things happen. Like that's why side jobs. That's why we're on a podcast right now. Like it's all because of young people are trying to find alternative ways to make their life fulfilling
Yeah.
as well as profitable. And I think that once they look at the cost of a wedding and they finally got on their feet at 35 and they're ready to get married, I have a feeling those costs will start to dump, just like the divorce rates dump. And that makes a lot of sense because nobody's wasting their time in their 20s. Nobody I know. I mean, my first friends are going to get married. They're actually it's my cousin's best friend. And he said, he asked me, he goes, if Ty can't do it, like if he sucks, can you just do the speech? Like, because they know, like, I'll just rip, like, I don't need to plan it. So they're like, will you do the speech? Like, if he sucks? I'm like, yeah, of course. I already thought that I was going to say, I've known you since, I think you were still 7 feet tall when I met you, like, 10 years ago, because the kid's 7'3". And so I was like, one of my early jokes. I've known Nick since, well, he was still 7 feet tall when I met him. It was about 10 years ago, but yeah, he's 7 feet tall now. And but he asked me to do that, but that's not my point. My point is they're 28.
Yeah.
They're 28. They've been together since we were in high school. 10 fucking years. He used to tell her, you gotta get a job. I'm not marrying you until you get a job. You're not gonna sit here and fucking, because he felt like if he married her, that she would fall into that wife role really comfortably.
Yeah.
I think he just wanted what's best for her. Like, he still wants her to work, like she's young. Like, go get a job you like, and then we'll get married and not have kids and just turn you into a wife immediately, like a housewife. Like, because he does good. He went to he went to the Merchant Marine Academy, played basketball, and he drives a ship. So he's like one of those captains that leave for 6 months, off for 6 months. They pay him like $100,000 for just the 6 months of working, and then he comes home for like 3. Then he gets back on the boat. Does really well for himself. And he said, gotta get a job. But they're getting married. They're 28. It's the first ones. My friends, the ones that are still around, not in jail. I mean, they're not getting married anytime. So I don't think any of them have a girlfriend. One of them has a kid, but this is the kind of friends I have. One of them has a kid. Nobody's getting married soon.
Yeah.
But
I've had friends married and divorced. I have a friend that's married and divorced 3 times.
Already?
Wow.
He's in his 30s?
He's 30. He's in his early 30s.
This next one's gonna stick because now he's 30.
The next one.
Wait, but why would he do it twice even?
I have one. I have multiple friends. I have one of my best friends. He's done it once. I have another friend.
When you say
that's
done it,
short.
Married and divorced.
Married,
the full
divorced.
cycle.
The whole thing.
Married.
Married, kid,
Usually,
divorced.
Are these your white friends or Hispanic friends or what?
Hispanic friends.
I like that
Really?
I like
You
that you
guys-
caught yourself.
You guys usually stay together, Hispanics.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
The only people that I know whose parents were still together were Hispanic. Like literally, I had 5 or 6 like close friends. One of them's parents were together.
All happy or divorced, by the way.
Yeah.
Every single one of them is happier being.
When did they get married?
And happier
When
with
were
each
they?
other too. It's bad. It's
My-
tough on kids
my-
though.
my
Divorce is
younger-
tough on kids. It's strange.
My
It's
best
like, what do you
friend-
mean you don't like each other?
Probably early 20s.
Early 20s, right? You're too young.
Yeah. That's when you're just
If
setting
I'm
yourself up
married-
for disaster.
If I married the boyfriend that I was with when I was 18 to 24, 25, I would be so miserable.
Yeah.
So miserable. And then if I married the boyfriend I was with when I was 27, 28, I think I'd be miserable, you know?
Yeah. I think if I married anyone I was ever with, I'd be miserable as fuck.
For sure, I
AF
would
dog.
be,
AF dog.
No
yeah.
offense.
Fucking married.
It's
It's a
gross.
racket. I'm not looking to get divorced. Do you have anything else on that list? I think we're running
That's
over
it.
time. All right. That's all we got. Anybody have anything? Well, you can catch me at THA, the number 10 KID, the 10 Kid on Instagram and Twitter. You can catch Alexio at ALEXIO0503. Also his birthday on Instagram and anything else?
Lex Rivera, Facebook, I guess.
If you want to go on Facebook, but
there.
it's like for like friends
Probably
and
my
family, I
mom.
guess. And then Maheen, I just listened to the song today. I went through Taking Back Sunday. I was listening to Cute Without the E. You're So Last Summer. I was banging on. And so hers is SEVENTYXS, the number 7, 70XS7. On Instagram, Snapchat, Twittergram, Face page, my book, all of it. Anything, anywhere where social people are found. Other than that, that's all we got. The song that plays you in, the song that plays you out. He was on last week, Mr. Cool World on Instagram. He gave you all of his tags. It was a bunch of them, and he's got a different name on every single one of them. He needs to clean that up, I think. But regardless, you can look at the end of last week's episode because I couldn't repeat it back to you. But that's really all I got. Make sure you like, subscribe,
Share with a friend.
share with a friend. Like, just share the episode. I think it's easy. I don't really know how to do it, but I think it's easy.
Couple
So
clicks, I think.
couple clicks. I don't think it's that big a deal. And just send it on over. And anyone you know that likes podcasts or is into news, send it over to them. See if they like listening to us hate on shit. That's really all I got for you. Thanks, guys. Everyone say bye.
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 cool world. Yeah. Top down, see way back. Riding all through the city with a bad one. Tell me why I gotta be like that. Cause you can't live your dream unless you have. I just wanna wake up with all these pretty women around me. And I don't wanna wake up if this ain't really how it's gonna be. Cause I can't afford it, but I bought it. Cause that's who I'm gonna be. I'm counting hundreds with no money. Cause it's all in my dreams. It was all good just a week ago, and then I spent all my money over the weekend. So flexing with my niggas and drinking only so we can go hang out with some girls that only listen to Weekend. So I told her I'm a motherfucking star boy, but I ain't even have a motherfucking car, boy. These girls be tripping, they think I'm tripping, they brazen. But goddamn, my ass was looking so amazing. I'm in a Swayze, riding through Northside, about to hit the Sixers game, you know I'm sitting courtside. So close, I give Simmons a dap. Put 100 on the shot, cause I got it like that. So we vibing and we rolling. I'm in that Model S and it ain't stolen. I woke up in the morning sweating like a fiend, cause nothing was what it seemed. That shit was only a dream, cool world. Top down, see way back. Riding all through the city with a bad one. Tell me why I gotta be like that. Cause you can't live your dream unless you have. I just wanna wake up with all these pretty women around me. And I don't wanna wake up if this ain't really how it's gonna be. Cause I can't afford it, but I bought it. Cause that's who I'm gonna be. I'm counting hundreds with no money. Cause it's all in my dreams. And it's all for my team. And they know what that means. If I got it, they got it. They know that I'm about it. It's just what it seems. A wise man said you ain't living if you ain't dreaming. But when you broke as fuck, that shit can have a different meaning. I close my eyes and reminisce about the things I'm missing. And then I wake up in the morning for a pot to pissin'. It's a hustler's ambition, doing anything to get it. I don't even care who with it. If I could dream it, I could live it. It's the world that we live in. It's the hustler's commitment. I lose it all and I'll be back whipping up in the kitchen. Cause when my back's against the wall, I'm gon' grind. And if I have to choose, I do it every time. Dream now, live later, that's the motto. So every time we toast, there's a message in the bottle. Cool world. Top down, see way back. Riding all through the city with a bad one. Tell me why I gotta be like that. Cause you can't live your dream unless you have. I just wanna wake up with all these pretty women around